All right, this video will be called The Harmonic Passage, Starship and Stargate Geometry Remembered. So I literally had to create a new form of geometry. So this thing here, this is a tetrahedron in the center. These are perfect Stargate coils. And so I'm going to explain to you how we do this. So this is also a part of all the designs I do. It creates the double toroidal bubble. But you have to have the mechanism inside, which is why I did the warp engine video as well. All right, so you understood, you can kind of try to put all these things together in your mind. But so this is Starship Geometry. Let's talk about what Starship Geometry truly is, what it does, how it works, and why it's not just a machine design, but a living remembrance of how reality itself is built to move. Most craft today force their way through space. They burn fuel, push air, punch through resistance. Rockets tear holes in the sky by brute combustion. Planes roar through drag and lift. Starship Geometry says that age is ending. The new way is the ancient way, the natural way. You don't push through space, you slip through it. You don't burn to reach it, you resonate with it. You don't fight the vacuum, you become the vacuum. How does that work? Through living geometry, not just math on paper, but spiraling coils, nested toroids, crystal cores, all tuned to the hidden structure of the vacuum itself. The first key is the double toroid. I thought you might want to see this equation here, so I'll let you do that real quick. All right. At the heart of the design is the double toroidal field. One layer spins clockwise, the other spins counterclockwise. Between them, a stable standing wave, the slip bubble. Inside this bubble, the normal rules of distance bend. Miles compress to feet, feet compress to zero. Space folds in on itself and you slip. Second key, the spiral coil. These coils can't be ordinary wire loops. They must spiral like pine cones, shells, or galaxies. The phi spiral, the golden ratio. Nature's pattern of perfect flow. A spiral coil spins the current spins the magnetic field. The field shapes the toroid holds the bubble. Third, the crystal core. At the center is the master crystal, quartz, bismuth, or another stable lattice. Its job, store the phase key, the exact frequency of your destination. The coil sings to the crystal resonates. The bubble's membrane tunes itself to match its twin bubble somewhere else in the vacuum foam. When the match is true, the membrane opens, space folds, slipstream ignites. The fourth key, the pilot. No dead autopilot runs this. It's impossible not to do it without a human who is in the Christ field. You have to be in the Christ field or else it doesn't work. That's why the bad guys can't use it. You are the final piece of geometry. Your heart field is the true phase controller. Your mind sets the target. Your coherence holds the slip bubble stable. When you hold the Christ field resonance, clear, calm, sovereign, the bubble stays pure. Distortion or fear, the slip bubble collapses instantly. It's a failsafe by design. Fifth key, navigation. Space is a lattice of bubbles, like a sea of soap spheres. You don't push from bubble to bubble. You match the frequency of the one you want. When your slip bubble matches the target's frequency, the two merge. A tunnel forms. You slip, not fly. So it's like quantum entanglement almost. Once you match the octave of the bubble or sphere of where you want to go, either in time or reality, once you capture that octave, you bypass all the bubbles and you create your own wormhole. That is the slipstream. You're creating your own. You can create a wormhole anywhere. It's easier on power nodes. When your slip bubble matches the target's frequency, the two merge. A tunnel forms. You slip, not fly. It's quantum entanglement, but practical. Phase match membrane merge, tunnel open, transit complete. Practical uses. Cross a continent in seconds, same bubble. Lift off planet with no thrust or fuel, same bubble. Step across the stars through a Stargate ring, same bubble, same slip bubble, just anchored instead of carried. So what's the difference between a starship and a Stargate? A starship is a mobile slipstream geometry. It carries the bubble with it. Coils, toroids, crystal, and your heart field all moving together inside a living face shell. You fly inside your own traveling tunnel. A Stargate is anchored slipstream geometry. The coils, the toroids, and the crystals stay fixed in place. They open a tunnel that sits in one location. You step through the bubble membrane instead of carrying it. So in simple terms, Starship, the bubble moves you. Stargate, you move through the bubble. Same resonance physics, same Christ field failsafe, just a different way to cross the vacuum. And what about protection? The slipstream lattice has distortions, parasites, fractured fields, trickster echoes. But your double toroid is a force field, literally. Counter-rotating layers repel incoherent waves. The master crystal holds the pure phase, nothing distorted phases. Your coherence is the final firewall. This is what a finished toroid coil looks like using spaceship geometry. Building it, start small. 2 toroidal coils counter-rotating. Coils wound in a golden spiral. Crystal core at center. Phase controller for frequency precision. Biofeedback loop that syncs to your heartbeat. Scale it up for a craft. Or down for personal shields. Healing pods or grid nodes for your land. Same geometry, one living pattern, infinite forms. This isn't sci-fi, it's resonance physics, buried in our bones and breath. Starship geometry is how we remember we are the ship. Your body is the vessel. Your breath is the coil. Your heart is the firewall. Your spirit is the slip bubble. When enough of us remember, launch pads, fuel tanks, and brute force machines fade away. They become relics of a forgetting age. We'll slip bubble to bubble, world to world, by pure match, living intent, and Christ coherence. The slip bubble is open. Wherever you decide to slip next is yours. This is how you wind the coil. So one goes one way, one goes the other way. It's like a flower of life, so the energy always loops back in on itself. So it's never-ending energy. I think I had one more little diagram here. And so here's kind of where it would be in the craft. And then you would have each one would have an engine in between it of the highly positive charged ion magnetic ball with the magnetic rings around it that have the positive and negative over here where it goes back and forth real fast until it all becomes like one big blur and then the fields merge. Anyways, I had to come up with a new type of geometry so I could understand it. And then, so this spaceship geometry can go in all kinds of things, and we can use it to heal with as well. All kinds of things. You wouldn't believe all the things, all the practical applications. But I'm just going to keep giving you all the information that comes to me, and we'll see what happens. But I got so much more to go over. Anyways, hope you have a great day. Namaste.